Most people try to change their lives by changing what they do. They start waking up early, eating better, working harder, and staying focused. But after a few weeks, it all collapses. They fall back into old routines. Their energy drains, and the old version of themselves takes over again. And if your identity doesn't match your goals, your mind will always pull you back to who you believe you are. Why? It begins with a new belief about who you are. Your actions are a reflection of your identity. These aren't facts. They're identities people have repeated until they became reality. The truth is, your identity is not fixed. It's a story. And the good news is, stories can be rewritten. Become the type of person who naturally lives them. You don't have to force the behavior if you live the identity. If you want long-term change, you must stop focusing only on what to do and start focusing on who to become. If they tell themselves, "I'm trying to get in shape," they're saying fitness is something they're chasing. Every choice either strengthens or weakens your belief in yourself. It's built through consistent proof. It's not about massive change overnight. It's about small evidence stacked daily until you start saying, "This is just who I am now." When you write even one page, you're casting a vote for being a writer. When you go for a walk, you're casting a vote for being healthy. When you study for 15 minutes, you're casting a vote for being disciplined. And you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep voting. If you want to be someone who reads daily, put books everywhere. If you want to be a person who trains hard, make your gym gear the first thing you see in the morning. If you want to be a focused creator, clean your workspace and remove all distractions. Your environment should reflect your future self, not your current habits. Do you want to be the kind of person who follows through? Someone who values discipline? A leader? A learner? A builder? A protector? Define it. Don't make your goals vague. Make your identity precise. But if they shift that to, "I'm a healthy person," every choice becomes easier. A healthy person doesn't negotiate with bad food. A healthy person doesn't argue with themselves about skipping the gym. They just act according to who they are, because they tried to change their habits without changing their identity. The real transformation doesn't begin with a new routine. That's why people say things like, "I always procrastinate," or "I'm not a morning person." Let's say someone wants to get fit. That's the secret. Don't chase habits. But how do you start transforming your identity? First, get clear on who you want to be, not what you want to do, but who you want to become. Second, align your environment with that identity. Surround yourself with triggers that support the new version of you. Third, cast votes for that identity every single day. Every action is a vote. Your identity isn't changed in a single moment. And once you start believing that, momentum builds. You stop needing motivation. You stop negotiating with yourself. You don't argue with your calendar. You don't debate whether or not you'll do the work. If you still see yourself as someone who struggles, who quits, who's lazy or scattered, your discipline will always be temporary. It's only when your identity upgrades that your actions become automatic. This is how you stop falling off. This is how you make the new habits stick. You simply follow through because it aligns with who you are. Shift your focus to inputs that reinforce who you want to be. Ask yourself constantly, what would the disciplined version of me do right now? Then do that. Don't wait until it feels comfortable. It won't. It's no longer about forcing behavior. It becomes about reinforcing belief. Because if you don't transform your identity, your habits will always snap back. That's how you rise. That's how you last. But the more you act like the person you want to become, the faster you become them. A version of you that wakes up and doesn't hope to change, but expects it. Lives it, breathes it, embodies it, letting go of who you've been for so long, even if that version felt safe. But safety doesn't build dreams. Identity does. Most people don't realize this, but identity change is what makes discipline sustainable. So stop obsessing over outcomes. It'll whisper, it'll pull. It'll tempt you to return to comfort. It'll tell you change is too hard, that you'll always be the same. Ignore it. That voice isn't truth. It's habit. It's residue from who you used to be. Let it fade. Let it die with your old patterns. This is how true transformation happens. It's not through perfect streaks, but through alignment. Alignment between your identity and your daily decisions. But don't get it twisted. Your old identity won't go down without a fight. The new you is waiting. And the key isn't doing more. The key is becoming different, and that takes courage. Because identity work means letting go of excuses. Letting go of who people expect you to be. When you step into the version of you that aligns with your vision, your actions begin to serve you instead of sabotage you. You'll wake up with clarity. You'll stop feeling like a fraud. You'll stop starting over every few weeks. Because the struggle wasn't about your plan. It was about your identity not matching your goals. Once you change that, everything shifts. So remember this, you don't need a new plan, you need a new you. You've been focusing on habits. Now, upgrade your foundation. Build from the inside out. But if you do, you become unstoppable.